Hello.
Hello, Sneaking. Welcome back. So, you guys again racking up another win, 2-0. In fact, our first 2-0 game, in fact, in the Premier League Season 3. And that was what? How many games did it take to get a solid win like that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the 8th game to get a 2-0 victory. So, strong showing. And I've got to say, some interesting picks here. I'd like to see the Jakira on the field as well. It was a lot of fun to see him out in action. But that tiny game, I honestly didn't expect Tiny to hit that hard quite quickly. Is this something you've been using fairly frequently, a lot of these Tiny matches?
Well, not only us. I mean, there's people have done it international, and Tiny's hasn't been nerfed, so it's still the same. And we've been using it ever since then as well, and it's been working out fantastically well.
Well, yeah, we saw in the international though, it was more reliant on the whole Wisp combo as well. People didn't seem to pick it unless they could get Wisp to go with them. But do you guys find it's completely fine without just the Wisp as well? You were using the Alacrity, I saw that as well. Use the Alacrity with the Argonauts to help clean up that huge stack of creep at the Ancients.
Yeah, I don't think a Whips is necessary as long as Tiny gets decent farm and you have a good team to support him. He's definitely viable.
Okay.
As you can see, the splash is huge.
Yeah, the splash damage is definitely a very, very big deal indeed. Now, I noticed in game number 1, we saw actually Darkseid. I mean, Darkseid is considered to be one of the most picked, most banned heroes at the moment, but he managed to slip through in the game number 1. Managed to slip through to the second banning phase before anybody noticed him. Is there any particular reason for that?
I just believe that other heroes are just more important than him right now. Drake Hero, Bat Rider, I'm dying personally, and I think he's just fallen a little off the scene because people just know how to play against Darkseid now, and other heroes are just better than him, and they don't know how. Some people just don't know how to play against, for example, Bat Rider and dying or etc.
Yeah, the Bat Rider definitely had a huge impact. Just the blink, the lasso, just completely displacing somebody straight away. Now, I've got a question here from Superman saying, was the passive... Oh, well, game number 2 was rather passive. He says, was the passivity of the game 2 on purpose because you thought Tiny could outcarry the entire enemy team?
We definitely knew that we couldn't... Tiny was going to carry as long as we just engaged properly with a good ultimate on Tidehunter or otherwise. We were sort of locked on the back foot because they were definitely having huge gold lead on early game because of the tower count. As they had like 5 towers and we only had 1, and we lost map control early on, and as well as we were just behind in every category, and we were forced into the situation to play passive. We didn't have much of a choice.
Okay, fair enough. Also, another question from Superman. He says, do you think Morphling will ever see competitive play again, or was he boned too hard in 6.75?
I think Morphling may see the light of day, but he sort of every ability sort of just got like nerfed except for his W, and it's just sort of hard for him to do much now. Because the ability that he was able to attack during waveform allows you 2 extra attack, and that's like 100 damage early on. So your waveform in reality is like 400, which made it's very significant. And since Morphling is heavily mana dependent, and they nerf his Yi as well, like it's just. Like he doesn't have mana to do anything now, and it's early on, and it's just required way too much effort to get through early mid game compared to other new heroes.
Fair enough then. And this one is from Lion King. He says, do you like playing the off lane as much as playing mid? Obviously we see you team those side lanes a lot now.
I personally, my favorite role is playing the hard carry. I used to always play the 1 role and just rice all day, but I like to play any row besides the 5, because I don't enjoy buying wards.
Okay, so you're nobody's bitch there. I've also got a question here from, oh god, that's Hikimori will go with. It says, do you think Jakiro will become a staple hero and will actually replace ES in the pro meta? Honestly, I have not seen a lot of Earthshaker recently at all, so we'll just go with Jakiro. Do you think he'll be a solid hero now?
I think Jakiro is definitely a solid hero. His ice path is very low cooldown, 9-second level 4. It's just insane disable. It has like a 20%, 23% uptime, and it's very low mana, so you can keep spamming it. And as well as his passive really enables you to push towers down as it slows down attack speed and does significant damage. I think Jakiro will be the new Morphling in the pick phase.
Fair enough then. Okay, so anyway, It was definitely a very strong showing there, but I've got to say, any kind of worrying trends coming out of the enemy teams, particularly Empire, of course, on a huge win streak. Have you got any plans up your sleeve to down them, maybe?
We're actually playing them in about 30 minutes, and we haven't watched much of their replays, but we know that they pick very similar to us, and they have a similar play style. So we're just gonna try to go with it.
Okay then. Well, I wish you luck in that. Anyway, snaking rather. Thanks for coming on the show. Are there any Twitter accounts or something you'd like to plug before you go on?
My Twitter is twitter.com/snakingdota2, and then shout out to my sponsors, Creative, Antec, Alienware, and Intel. Thank you very much for having me here.
No worries, thanks for being on. Hopefully you managed to stop Empire's massive rampage across the Dota scene right now. We'll see you, well, I think we'll see you next week.
Yeah, you will. Thank you. Goodbye.
See you later.